Welcome back to another Discovery Bay Comics production. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. All right. How you doing, everybody? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me okay? Hi, I'm JB, and welcome to another edition of Nerd News Today with Disco Bay, live streaming right here on YouTube Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And for your listening pleasure, available on Spotify, Anchor, and Google Podcasts. There is a link in the description below. So let's get this show started. Today's a special show, a very special show. Today's the first time I dropped StreamYard. We're going to try and produce the show without using StreamYard, which should be interesting. I was still able to highlight the comments, which is one of the major StreamYard effects. And I'm really excited about today's show. I've got a guest. I'm not alone today. But before we get things started, you know how we want to start things off. We want to shout out today's coffee mug sponsor. Check out this coffee mug straight out of Hialeah. Isn't that cool? There is a link to this channel in the description below. Go check out my man Hialeah Comic Bro. Sitting at 675 subscribers. There is a link to his channel in the description below. And then also, shout out to today's t-shirt. Man, this Carnage t-shirt from Simpleman's Comics is fantastic. I got a link to his channel in the description below. He's doing some really cool things over at his channel. Which reminds me, I haven't been plugging it, and I need to start plugging some of my own stuff. We've got a t-shirt. That's right. Go check out the Comic Pop Family or Comic Book Cousins t-shirt. Also in the link in the description below. And since we're doing it, we might as well get it out of the way. That call to action. If you haven't already, please do consider hitting a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that bell so you don't miss the next live show. Now, let me tell you what I got in today's show. Man, we got a great one lined up for you. I am going to be joined by Jason from Southern Comic Geek. There is a link to his description there's a link to his channel in the description below. And we're going to be going over 6 topics. I got a 3-minute timer on each topic. We got some pretty jazzy graphics to show you, and we're going to be talking about the new Hulk movie. Image Comics announcing that they're not going to be doing second prints anymore. Hayden Christensen returning for the Ahsoka series on Disney Plus. Obviously, we're going to talk hot comic books. I got his top 3 picks, and I hopefully will be able to give you the preview of today's top 10 video, which I will be premiering as soon as this video ends. What else have we got? Oh, Sony and Marvel have announced 2 more movies, so we're going to talk about that potential. And I actually want to clear up which characters Sony still has the rights to. So I got a nice graphic to talk about which ones are they really doing. And then we're going to wrap up the Nerd News segment by talking about Uncharted and that trailer that dropped. It was fantastic, movie based on a video game. And that'll wrap up the Nerd News segment. And after that, we're going to hit the Instagram tag of the day. Where we're going to roll over to Instagram and see what we've been tagged in and share that with you good folks. And then, like I mentioned, we're going back to the roots. We're going to hit the live stream playlist and give you the rundown of what's going on live today in the comic book and Funko Pop world, because those are the ones I mainly follow, and I maintain a playlist. So we'll wrap up today's show and make sure I'm done by the top of the hour, because I have a premiere. And then after my premiere, you're going to want to stick around because Yesy Lou Comics and Pops has got a little video popping out, but you'll hear that you'll see that in the lineup. So we'll wrap up the show by shouting out the chat, and then hopefully you stick around for my top 10 comic books, which will be premiering at the top of the hour, 7 a.m. Pacific. And if you're a member of the channel, and thank you for being a member, stick around this afternoon. We're going to be sorting those books, the ones that we're going to be selling this week, during the comic book auction and claim sales on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So hopefully Wednesday I can do my comic book market analysis report, and then Friday we have our second edition of Disco After Dark. If you missed the first one, there'll be a link right there. I'll put it right there. There you go. All right, well, that's it for this segment. Let's get to the next segment, which is going to be today's Nerd News. I don't think I set up the bumper, so it's not going to fire. We'll see. It didn't fire. All right, hold on. I got to do this one first. Jason from Southern Comic Geek. Can everybody hear Jason?
Hopefully everybody can.
Hopefully everybody can.
Testing.
Can the
One, two,
chat,
three.
can the live chat, the viewers on YouTube, tell me if you guys can hear Jason, my guest here from Southern Comic Geek. I wanna welcome some people in the chat. Lisa Noble is here. Glenn Smith is hanging out with us. Quick Draw McGraw, I appreciate you. Yesy Lou Comics and Pops is here. Superior Hero Collective is here. Man, we got a great chat lined up. If you want to participate in today's show, all you got to do is swing by YouTube this fine morning and pop in the chat and drop me a comment. Maybe we can get it up on the screen and you can be part of the show. So, Jason, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining us. And you are the guinea pig, my friend. You are the guinea pig on the new OBS only version of Discovery Bay Comics live streaming. So you get all of the bells and whistles, and hopefully people can hear them. All right.
Yeah, I think they're saying they can hear in the
They can
chat.
hear us. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. I'm going to index over to our first topic. That's what I forgot to do. You know what? I knew there was something. I have notepad. I've got notes. Can you believe this? I got notes. All right. So let me hit the timer. Look at this. We could get the timer for everybody to see. We're both on the screen. My vision is realized. This is unbelievable. And let's talk about news of a new Hulk movie. And I'm going to start by saying Matthew Jasper of Screen Rant reported on October 21st that World War Hulk movie would be rumored to start filming next year. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think World War Hulk was probably, aside from Immortal Hulk, the best storyline in the last decade for, or two maybe, for the Hulk. So excited to hear that they're going to go down this way to bring in the Hulk more into the movies.
What do you think of Mark Ruffalo as compared to Edward Norton? Who was your favorite Hulk?
Lou Ferrigno, but I mean,
Ferrigno, there you go.
so I mean, Ruffalo's okay. I like Norton better, but I mean, he only had one outing of it, right? So that's both good and bad, meaning that I can see what Ruffalo does good that I like and what he does bad that I don't like. So, Ruffalo's okay.
All right. Later on in this article, it does mention that, why haven't we really gotten one? If you were ever wondering why hasn't there been one, it's because Marvel actually doesn't own the rights to it. Universal Pictures does. So it's not even actually a Sony thing. There are actually 3 different companies that own Marvel properties. You've got Universal Pictures owns the Hulk, and then Sony, we're going to go over that later on in the show. We're going to over all the properties that they own. And now Marvel's trying to work together with Universal to finally do something. Now Mark Ruffalo has said over and over he's wanted to do a movie, and the fact that they hadn't, I think he mentioned they just don't want to make money.
Yeah, he said that as much, that Universal just don't want to play with Marvel, and Sony didn't at first either, but they figured out, hey, all I have to do is cash the checks. And so I think Universal wants to get in on some of that action too.
Now, I also think that the fact that there's going to be a She-Hulk series on Disney Plus, helps push this along. Later on in the report, it says, according to the inside sources, a new Hulk solo film tentatively titled World War Hulk is in active development at Marvel Studios and slated to begin production in late 2022. This would follow the Disney Plus series She-Hulk, which is expected to release in 2022 and will feature Ruffalo's Bruce in a supporting role. So he's going to be on Disney Plus. The site also reports that the reason for this development is the film rights to the Hulk reverting from Universal back to Disney Marvel following a rumor from 2020. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that's happening. So, man, I'm looking forward to it. Chat, tell me what you guys think. If there's any hot comments from the chat, I can throw up there. But I think this World War Hulk movie is going to be a winner. Anything that Marvel does is a winner.
Yeah, pretty much. They've got the magic sauce. They know what to do.
They definitely got the magic sauce. All right, let's get to the next topic we've got here. I'm going to shift this over. It was announced, let me get the countdown going. It was announced by Image Comics. I've got a statement here. And shout out to Tim, the Canadian comic hunter in Montreal, Quebec, who tagged me on Instagram with this story and said, hey, this might be good news. Anybody that is interested in seeing a story on this, become a topic for us, please do hit me up on the Instagram or tag me on the Instagram, and then I can do something with it. So let me take this image statement, move it up ahead of the nerd news so we can read the whole thing here. Image Comics posted on October 22nd. Image Comics has informed the comic book retailers that they will no longer be publishing second, third, fourth printings of any title as a result of the printing and distribution issues of which Bleeding Cool has been running extensive coverage of as of late. When we first approached Image Comics about this issue, they stated that Image hadn't been affected. Of course, that was a whole month ago. The letter to retailers states, first things first, as many of you know, undoubtedly aware of, the current shipping delays, supply chain crunch, and paper shortages are creating nationwide issues across many industries. And that impacts our industry too. I'm sure every publisher will have a different response to this crisis, but at Image, we're proactively streamlining our releases to reflect these circumstances. Now, starting now and for the foreseeable future, there will be no second printings of any title. Please keep this in mind as you order. There will be limited stock available for reorders, and we will not be reprinting anything that sells through at the distributor level. We are also adjusting the schedule of upcoming titles over the next few weeks to reflect a more responsive usage of raw material availability. This week is a lighter offering than what one might have expected, and these printings will be the only printings. All that said, let's get to work. Wow. What do you think of that? I mean, no second printing. You got one shot at these books. When they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah. What is that going to do to the collector's market? Because a lot of people have started collecting these second, third, and fourth prints, and certainly Marvel and we're talking about Image here have leaned into that by selling a lot of the second, third, and fourth prints, not taking the risk on the first prints by printing too many and having too many left over at the warehouse. So I think that more creators are going to go the Substack or more digital route because that's going to eat into their profits.
Yeah.
So
now, are we going to see a run of any second printing that Image has on the shelves right now is going to get gobbled up? As is it now more super rare to have a second printing from Image?
Could be.
Does that make every first printing #1 coming out from Image even more rare? You got to get your hands on it. Man, this is interesting. Hey, I want to shout out a couple of people popping in the chat, including my man Perry Comics says top of the morning to you, and 4-color commentary says just discovered this and he is subbed. That's what we want to hear. Thanks for stopping in and subbing to the channel. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that'll fire on the other side because I got something that's tracking new subs. All right, let's get to the next hot topic, and I'm pumped for this. Let me get my countdown. Yeah. Oh man, I missed it. So it was announced. I got notes. It was announced that Hayden Christensen. Let me open this up so we can see it. So Boris Kidd of the Hollywood Reporter. Let me get my Hayden thing up. Boris Kidd of the Hollywood Reporter on October 22nd reported that Hayden Christensen is returning to Star Wars with the Ahsoka series. Now, the actor will reprise the role of Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, in Ahsoka, the latest Star Wars live-action series from Lucasfilm Disney Plus. Multiple sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. I mean, I think Rosario Dawson even put something on, tweeted something out. Jason, are you excited for this?
Yeah, I think it's a long-awaited return for Hayden. I mean, a lot of people panned him because of the prequels, but I think that the new movies that came out kind of helped push the prequels into the reality that Hayden Christensen just did what George Lucas asked him to do.
Right?
It wasn't no slight on him as an actor. So I think that this can definitely be some help for him in resolving that issue. And I think it's going to be good. I think the new Ahsoka.
What story do you think they're going to tell? Do you think they just rip it straight from the cartoons? Are they going to go back farther? I'm just. Are we?
I think they're going to do some flashbacks.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know where they are in the story. I'm so confused right now. If anybody in the chat knows where they are in the story arc, where does Ahsoka's story arc lie, and how could he be Vader? Would he be Vader?
Yeah, this is all uncharted territory where Ahsoka is now. If they're going from the point that she left in The Mandalorian forward, she's looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I
Yeah.
figure that they're going to go into that. So that's uncharted territory as of now in the comics. But knowing Marvel, they're going to start putting out comics as this gets closer to try to tie into that and feed off that frenzy.
Which is genius, and I talked
Sure.
about it pretty much every stream, that Marvel has a completely inclusive, whether it's Star Wars or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they all know what they are so far. They've got this so far planned out that the comic books are going to drop right before the show drops. Yeah, they got it. They got this whole thing down. Shout out to Disney Plus right now, and Dave Filoni, right? Isn't that Filoni and Feige that are doing the Star Wars stuff?
Yeah, Filoni is one of them, and what's the guy that does Happy?
Oh man, shout out to them. I am super looking forward to that. Hayden Christensen returning to Ahsoka series on Disney Plus. That 3-minute timer goes super fast now that I can see it the whole time. Right? I think this thing's gonna be super short because I've blown the 3 minutes on every show, and now we're actually gonna hit the 3 minutes. Okay, next up, hey, you know what? This is a topic on every day because I have a different guest every day, and I want to get their opinion every day on New Comic Book Day. Now, as I mentioned at the top of the hour, I am premiering my New Comic Book Day video, my top 10. And what I'd like to do is it didn't work last week. Kind of worked. Hopefully it works. I'm going to give you the top 5 now. So sit back while you'll hear it. Top 5. And then we're going to get to Jason's top 3.
Welcome to another Discovery Bay Comics production, and congratulations to
Big Lion Cat 646.
you are the newest qualifier in the Sony PS5 giveaway drawing. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy my personal top 10 new comic book picks
For October 27th. You know this terrible radio, for anybody that's listening to this, I shouldn't be narrating this, right? My number 8 pick, supposed to come out last week, coming out this week, Nita Hawes, Nightmare Block, number 1 from Image. My number 7 pick for this week, Once in Future, issue number 21. I have not gotten off this series, from Boom Studios. My number 6 pick, I was just thinking, people on Spotify and Anchor are like, what happened? Is he there? My number 6 pick is Star Wars Darth Vader. And then that's all I'm giving you. That's it. You want to see the rest? You want to see, that's the tease, right? You want to see the top 5, you're going to have to watch the video. No, you won't, but you watch the video that releases a premiere video right at the top of the hour. Good Lord. All right. Now, did everybody hear it? Did it work this time? I think it worked, right? Did you hear it?
It worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
All right, man. Everything. Yes. Okay. Let's get to your top 3 picks, starting with number 3.
Inferno. Yeah, so
2.
Inferno is Hickman's last hoorah as he has exited already the X-Men line. And this was one of his grander visions when bringing the House of X Powers of 10.
Mm-hmm.
So
There you go.
getting excited. Excited. So far, so good. But
Question
this is
for
only
you.
the second issue.
Now, I got sucked in real bad. I got to start my timer. I didn't even start the timer. I got sucked in real bad. House of X Powers of 10 was this Hickman story that just reinvigorated the entire X-Men franchise, right?
Yeah.
I mean, his spin on that story with the lives of Mira. Whoa! Disco action. Nice. I haven't seen one of those. Let's see what it looks like. Shout out to Fox Crown. The production value on this show is as sexy as Foxy is. Very nice. Fox Crown with $5 super chat. Thank you. So, as I was mentioning, the Hickman vision sucked me in. But then, after after that series, when it went into the X-Men storyline and all those titles that came out of it,
Yeah.
you know, I was buying all of them. I lost it, and it lost its momentum. And now we come back with this, and it's like, I wish they would have went straight to this from there. And I know you couldn't, but this is the story that he was trying to tell. And I don't know how that all that other stuff got in there.
Yeah, you got too many people in there, too many Chiefs, not enough Indians, and Hickman's dream got very watered down. And as Hickman left, I think there was some not too nice feelings. But hey, that aside, Inferno I think was one of his grander visions, and so I hope it continues to be good.
All right, and your next pick, Jason. By the way, if you're listening on Spotify, Anchor, or Google Podcasts, this is JB of Discovery Bay Comics. I'm with Jason of Southern Comic Geek. There's a link to his channel in the description below. We're going over New Comic Book Day. We're coming up to pick number 2 from Jason.
Oblivion Song, another goodie from Robert Hickman. And Robert Hickman, Oblivion
Kirkman.
Song was announced, or Kirkman. I
Yeah.
said Hickman.
You
We're
said
still on Hickman,
Kirkman.
right? Jonathan Hickman. It's Robert Kirkman.
Yeah.
Anyway, they just announced that Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be playing in Oblivion Song. And of course, that made this title spike up a little bit, at least the number 1 issue. But this title as a whole has been good and a solid pick and has been picking back up. I think they're about to wrap it up, to be honest. So we'll see how it plays out.
All right, I am not on Oblivion Song. I did read the first 5 issue, whatever the first trade was, for our Modern Men comic book review on the Comic Core channel. I thought it was fantastic. They hadn't followed up with it. Probably wait for it to come out like on an omnibus or something. Or get sucked in when they finally do release some sort of movie or series or TV and have to figure out what the heck happened in the storyline. All right. Next up, I got a comment here we're going to throw down here. My man Flash Ray Videos, who's a actual neighbor basically, says too many cooks in the kitchen. Hickman got screwed on all the X-Men titles as they are definitely suffering because they went away from his vision. 100% agree. And he says he only buys Legends now. Thank you very much for that comment, Flash Ray Videos. And if you were listening or watching and want to be part of the show, just pop in on YouTube live 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Pacific, and drop a comment. Maybe we'll use it in the show. All right, welcome to the show, Kate Titus from Japan. How you doing? And Bub's World. Oblivion Song was good for 10 issues or so, then got boring, and the main character was unlikable. Hot take. Good morning, Pop and Sons Pops. I love that channel. Go check them out on YouTube. Okay, next up, your number 1 pick for Jason. We've got, come on, of course,
House of Slaughter. Yeah,
House of Slaughter,
Tiny
number
Entertaining
1
has
from
been great.
Boom Studios for that gentleman that just was rude about me getting that wrong. Bro, I made a mistake, all right? From Boom Studios. Yeah, I'll tell you what, the listeners on the podcast, they're not all that nice. Oh man! All right, tell me about why you're excited about House of Slaughter.
Well, something is killing the children has been a great read. Of course, they're pushing pause on that right now, moving over to House of Slaughter, which is kind of a prequel of sorts because this character, I believe, is already deceased in Something's Killing the Children.
Is that a
But
spoiler?
what's that?
Is that a spoiler?
Kind of.
All right.
And so the problem with prequels sometimes is that the stakes. You know who's going to live. You know who's going to die already. So that is sometimes the problem. But he's been the writer, Tiny and Tinian, whatever how you pronounce
I call him Tinian. My pull is all Tinian. Whatever he writes, put it on my pull.
He is a solid writer, and he's hitting his stride right now for sure. But and based on that, that's why I'm picking it up. This one's been delayed for a couple of weeks now.
Yes, it has.
So hopefully it won't be delayed again. So.
Yes, it has. Great choice. I don't want to go spoiler warning, but it's definitely in my top 5. And let's get to the next subject. Shout out to Jack B, John's Comics with Kids, who will be next Monday's guest host, is in the chat. Thanks for stopping by. And my man Ben Compton says, "What's up, everybody?" Thank you, my friend. Okay, next topic we've got Sony and Marvel. Let me show you what I've got lined up for this Sony Marvel. I got this graphic, which is just that things, and then this list. So, first of all, they haven't said what they're going to be. Do I have a write up on this one too? Don't I? Do I have a write up on this one? Let's see. Sony Marvel. Okay, so I have a write up on this one too. It says, according to AnimationExpress.com on October 23rd, Sony announces 2 new Marvel movies for 2023. So Sony Pictures has officially added 2 untitled Sony Marvel Universe films to its 2023 domestic release schedule. Produced by Columbia Pictures, the new Sony Marvel film is set to release in theaters on the 23rd of June and the 6th of October, 2023. According to reports, the 2 untitled films will take place in Sony Pictures' universe of Marvel characters, featuring heroes and villains associated with Spider-Man. After hearing the news, the fans on social media started predicting that one of these untitled films will be the sequel to Venom, Let There Be Carnage, as one of the films is scheduled to release October. Okay, earlier, both Venom movies thus far have had October release dates. However, there is no confirmation yet on this. What do you think could possibly be the 2 new movies coming from Sony?
Kraven the Hunter.
Kraven. Great call.
Kraven the Hunter. And I know Into the Spider-Verse is going to be one of them. Now, whether that's a live action or if they're doing an animated one as well. But if they're doing another live action, I would guess either Silver Sable or Silk, one of the ladies.
I want to go over the list here. These are the properties that Sony is currently working on or owns. I guess these would be the ones that they own. So Morbius. No, these are properties they're working on. Morbius is a movie. That thing's done. Been done. Venom 2. Spider-Man 3 and 4 without... What the heck is this? There's no movie without Tom Holland. Into the Spider-Verse 2. An all-female Spider-Verse spinoff. Kraven the Hunter. Black Cat. Silver Sable. Silk, Jackpot, Night Watch, Madam Web, and Sinister Six. So they definitely have a lot of materials to work with. I think I'm going with you. It's got to be Venom 2 or Venom 3 and then maybe Kraven, right? Because Morbius is already done. That's not 2023.
Well, they've already cast the guy that played Quicksilver in the X-Men movies as Kraven. So to some degree, he's going to be used, whether it's in the Spider-Man movie that's coming out, or they're going to be setting up the Sinister Six. It probably depends on fan reaction, right, as to what they like and all the surveys and stuff that they take after all the movies are released.
Perry Comics is voting Madam Web. He wants to see some Madam Web. 69 Chop Shop says he'd like to see some Madam Web. There's 2 votes for Madam Web. Black Cat and Sable was turned into a single film at one point. There's a comment from Air Spider 23. Thanks for stopping in. Also, we've got Flash Ray says, so Sony owns Spider-Man and Venom, but do they own Null? That's a newer Spider-Man property. Yeah, I would think they would own Null, right? Because it came from Venom.
Right. And then they would get into the whole legal hoorah.
This is definitely going to be another topic of discussion later on this week. I found a graphic that I didn't use for this show, but it shows you of all the properties, which ones are Universal, which ones are Sony, and what all of those, and how some of them overlap. So that'll be for another show. All right, one last comment from the chat. Thanks to everybody who's joining us live here on YouTube and becoming part of the show. So you can participate in the show. So AirSpider23 says, from what I've read, Flash Ray, they own any version of Spider-Man, but not the newer characters. Oh, wait a minute. Also, Air Spider says Null comes from Thor. Really? I thought Donny Cates
there's a connection there,
Null
but
in Venom 3. Am I wrong?
Yeah, there's a connection to Thor, but I think the comics made that. As far as the newer properties, I don't know. Silk is a newer property. And that came along, well, Silk was in the early 2000s, and Disney bought Marvel in 2009. So I don't know. I mean, Marvel sold all these properties off when they were needing some money, because who would have thought that superhero movies would be what they are today.
Right.
No one. That's why
Crazy.
Universal
All right,
owns Hulk.
folks. We're gonna get to our final topic of the day, and Uncharted trailer. And there's a couple things I want to do here. I'm probably gonna catch a copy because I've caught a copyright almost every single day. So, but it doesn't matter at this point. Uncharted is this one, and I want to talk about the cast. We just will drop the cast over the top of this thing. First of all, let's get the clock started, right? And I want to. This is a video game, right? Uncharted was a video game, and now they've adapted it into a movie, and this is going to be a blockbuster because you've got Tom Holland playing the main character of Nathan Drake, which I'm being told is an earlier version of Nathan Drake. This movie is going to be releasing February 18th, and it contains Mark Wahlberg and Sophia Taylor-Ali. Man, this is a pretty decent cast. Antonio Banderas is in here. Tati Gabriella will be playing the role of Braddock. Do you know anything about this franchise at all?
Very little. My kids used to play this game, and I don't really know all that much about it, but they do have an all-star cast for sure.
All-star cast. Mr. Garrell, welcome to the stream, says Uncharted was a huge video game series. I believe they are on their 4th iteration of this video game. And the concept of the video game is he's a treasure hunter. Correct?
I think so.
No, I thought he was a treasure hunter.
Yeah,
based on watching this, because I don't know anything about this game. But based on watching this kind of gives me that what's that movie where the guy's searching for, he was a treasure hunter. This gives me that treasure hunter vibe feels. Anybody in the chat, give us the clue on what's going on with Uncharted. I thought the trailer was fantastic. Maybe they showed a little too much because like what's that one scene right here where he's falling out the plane? Kind of already gave it away. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this one. Brand new movie, February 18th. Coming to the theaters. Looks pretty fun. Tom Holland. I mean, he's trying to not be typecast, right?
Sure. And Mark Wahlberg, he's an animal. So I mean, he's going to definitely draw a crowd.
That's what I was looking for. It looks like National Treasure. Perry Comics, thanks for that. That's what I was thinking of. It's a knockoff of a Nick Cage movie. Right? Yesy Lou Comics says, I've played this game. It's basically the modern Indiana Jones. Nice. Uncharted was basically similar to Tomb Raider or Indiana Jones Flash Ray videos. And nothing like National Treasure rolling on the... TK's Bad Case says it's nothing like National Treasure. He's rolling on the floor laughing. All right. Last comment, and then we'll wrap this up. AirSpider23 says why isn't it's not selecting? I feel like I'm delayed. The way the agreement works is Sony gets Peter and any derivative character that is Spider-Man, but they don't get to use Mr. Negative without permission from Disney. And it won't show that. That's weird. So now this thing is definitely glitchy. I'm using a new chat tool to show the chat since I'm not using StreamYard, and it's definitely glitching out right now. All right, well, that's it for my top 6. I'm going to index that over. Jason, tell me what you got coming up on your channel. I know you've had some amazing giveaways. If you're not watching Jason on YouTube, there is a link in the description below. Make sure you check him out. I never even turned my lower third advertisement on. You weasel. I'll turn it on now. Talk to me, Jason. What do you got coming up?
Well, don't have much. I do have a giveaway for this month for an X-Men 4 9.8, first appearance of Omega Red. Go check out my channel, any one of the latest videos. I'm sure I rant about how you can, or rave rather, about how you can get in on that. Probably going to have a video before I leave, but I'm actually going to Hawaii. So I'm going to be on a hiatus when it comes to YouTube videos for over a week. So
taking a week off. All right, folks. Well, he's taking a week off, but he's been around. Your channel's growing like a week, by the way. So that's good. You're over 1,000 subscribers already, right?
Yeah, 1,200 something. Yeah.
1,200 and growing. I want to thank you for joining us, Jason. I really appreciate you. Maybe we can get you on again in a couple of weeks. Everybody listening on Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, please take a moment. Go check out the content that Jason over at Southern Comic Geek is dropping. Everybody join us in the live. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to the next subject or the next topic of the show, and that is, are you guys ready for this one? The Instagram tag of the day. Did it work? Man, like butter, baby. Let's go check out if we've been tagged on anything over on Instagram. If you're not following the channel over on Instagram, head on over there, Discovery Bay Comics, all one word. And if you tag me in a comic pop combination, not like that one, that's my giveaway from Friday night. By the way, we gave away some stuff on Friday night's Disco After Dark. You may want to make sure you don't miss the next Disco After Dark every Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific. But if you tag me with one of these comic book Funko Pop, maybe even an action figure, it's definitely going to get a share. Let's see if we caught any of those today. Tag. Where's my tag? Tag. There we go. All right. Hey, Chili's pull list we're going to save till last. I'm not sure who that one's from. Let's come down here. The Joy of Cookies. There was Chili's before. Ooh, man, is that my Young Avengers? Is that mine? Probably not. Gamma Ray cleaning an Avengers 1 for BP Collects. Ooh, man. That is hey. Good stuff, Gamma. This was Chili's from Sunday. We're going to come past that one. We'll go right here. Jack B Comics giving us a preview of a video. Now, let me explain what Jack B's got going on. He's going to be doing a mystery box in the fourth quarter where a portion of the proceeds from this mystery box go. Wow, that's my birthday book. Wow, man, birthday book just went by. Where a portion of the proceeds go to a charity. And he is focusing, as you can tell, on some Silver Age and Bronze Age bangers that are going to be available. Man, Jack B, go check him out. There is a link to his YouTube channel on my homepage. That's going to be good. I'm definitely getting one of these mystery boxes. Look at this fire. Good Lord. All right, next up. My man, Tier 23. This is an amazing work. Shout out to Jose Frubenstein. You did your magic on this one, and let's appreciate it, this one, a lot. What is this? We had a commission done. Look at that. A little Moon Knight commission by Jose Frubenstein. I have to give a like on that one. All right, next up we've got Sands Group. This is from yesterday. This is the Cookie Man right here. Got the auction over at the Sands Group Collectibles. They do their auctions 8 p.m. I think this was last night, actually. Tier 23 coming again. Flea market finds. Man, I wish they had a good flea market around here. Beta Ray Jim. This was last night. 1024. Man, he's giving away good stuff. Strictly Comics doing the auction last night. I was supposed to be on it, but then I flaked on him. Yeah, I did. I flaked. That was as flaky as grandma's biscuits yesterday. All right. Mr. Comics 89 says, I love how good my Funko sodas look on the shelf I made above the comic closet. It stretches all the way across and it's only half full. You know what that means? Matt, you're going to be buying some more. That does look really good, though. That looks really clean. Good stuff, Matt. Mr. Comics 89. Next is our Chili's. We're going to end on that one. And I think I only have one more, which is Quick Draw. Hey, he comes through like a champ. There he is. He's coming with soda. I need to come up with a new category. Quick Draw 83. Need more Keanu Funko soda figures. My vote is for Berserker. Very nice. That's going to get a share. I'm going to come up with a new soda category. Those things are just crazy addictive. And then we're going to finish up today's Instagram tag of the day with Chili's pull list tag. He says, it's a Magneto Monday. Let's start this week off strong. Also, do me a favor and show some love to my buddy, Danemy Xterra, who is quitting smoking today. Hey, man, shout out to you. You got this, brother. The comic of the day is Trial of Magneto number 3, because that's number 3 there. You put number 4. Anyway, the coffee of the day is from our friends at Brouhaha Cafe and Brandy Wine Coffee Roasters. I'm kicking Monday off with the Smith Bridge Road Blend. Bring it on. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Father God, thank you for having a plan and purpose for me. I pray that you will guide me according to what you want for me. God bless my family and friends and minister to them where they are. In Jesus' name, amen. Thank you very much, Chili's Pull List, for participating in the Instagram tag of the day. Let's head on to the next topic, which is... All right, let's head on over to YouTube via the Linktree link here. There is a link off of Instagram where you can get to the podcast, you can get to the Patreon, you can get to the items on TeeSpring, the items on Shortbox. Follow me on whatnot, but we're going to head on over to the YouTubes. And we are going to look at the live stream playlist. If you're unfamiliar with the channel and this is your first time here, welcome. Appreciate you taking the time to stop by. As a matter of fact, if you haven't already, please do consider hitting that thumbs up and subscribing to the channel, maybe even hitting that bell so you don't miss the next time that I go live. All right, off the home page, if you scroll down, you'll see my upcoming live streams. We got our Patreon creator tier. These are the people who are supporting the channel on Patreon at the highest level. I really appreciate them. Jack B, Robb Boswell, Mr. Techbot, Box Padawan, Brian at Simpleman's Comics, Metaphorical Comics, and Chad RCG, who made a return last night to YouTube. I'm glad his health is doing much better. Now, this is today's community live stream playlist, and as you can see, Bueller was on every Monday. Man, it's one of my favorite shows every Monday. Bueller and Bob, Coffee and Comics. That starts at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then I'm live right now. Now, top of the hour, 9 minutes from now, so we got to keep this quick. 9 minutes from now, we've got the new Comic Book Day books for October 27th, my top 10. You already saw a preview of it, but you can get the top 5, and it's a 2.5 minute long video. So stick around for that. Then at 7:15 a.m., we've got the Amazing Anthony. Wait, who's the Amazing Anthony? It's the kid. The kid's got his own channel. That's right. Go check out the Amazing Anthony. Yesilu Comics and Pops presents Boss Sumo Brothers Topple Tower expansion set. I think it's Legos. I'm not sure. They're gonna play with it. Should be fun. Then today's coffee mug sponsor, Hialeah Comic Bro, is going live at 4 p.m., but he's talking NFL. I know it's not comic books, but still, I wanted to throw him in there. Much love to Hialeah. And then at 5 p.m. Pacific, you don't want to miss this. Comic Man Andy giving us the Whatnot comic auction wins and mail call Monday. Oh man, that should be good. Now, at 6 p.m. Pacific, we've got JP's Budget Collecting giving us the Indie Show, Series 2, episode number 23 of Lock and Key. And then at 6:30 p.m., we've got the Scream Stream over at Two Boys and Their Pops. I got to make sure I get a thumbs up on that. And I need more pop people to schedule their stuff so I can get you in the lineup. All right, now, after the Scream Stream on there, we've got Matt at Mr. Comics 89 is going to be premiering his Amazing Spider-Man Collection Part 8, issues 701 through 800. And I do believe that is today's lineup. That's a light lineup for a Monday. All right, let's get to the next segment of the show, which is... How you doing? Let's go ahead and get this over to the chat shout-out part. Where's the chat shout-out? It's time to shout out the chat. We're going to hang out here for about 5-6 minutes here before our premiere at the top of the hour, because that was the show completely done 100% in StreamYard. Not StreamYard, in OBS. We dropped the StreamYard. We went with the OBS. Very nice. All right, let's check the chat. This thing isn't really working, man. All right, I'm going to try and highlight some comments. Interactive Mario Lego sets. Very cool. See, I think I'm clicking Yesilu Comics and Pops, and it's showing me Air Spider. Is JB aware he has latency in his mic? No, but please do reach out to me and tell me what that means. So I sound horrible? Do I sound bad? Oh, I need to know what that means. Hit me up on Instagram as soon as the show's over, and we can see what we're talking about. See, now I think I'm putting one comment up and it says something else. Maybe if I pop this out. That one, we'll select that one. Nope, that's not what I thought I was getting. So, okay, this is a little, I'm using a product called Twidget to show. I just put my headphones on and I hear a subtle echo in your mic, JB. Maybe it's just me. Okay, so I do have an echo. No good. I'm gonna have to figure that out. It's like the 8th note delay on your voice. Let's take that and mute that. How about if I do that? Did that help? I think it's because I had the guest in and I just muted the guest who's gone. Darn, I'm gonna have to remember that. I sent you a note about the reverb. Oh no! People are shooting me notes on Instagram and I'm not paying attention. Yep. The show looked awesome today. Yep. You'd have a slight reverb echo. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. I'm going to fine tune it. This was day 1. This was only the first day in the OBS and it's perfect. It's all gone. Okay. So now I need to know that I'm reverbing when I got that second audio in. Man, bummer. Good to know. Much better. Is it better? It was a great show. Thank you. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are hanging out with us live on YouTube. If you want to be part of the show, stop on by, drop a comment. We'll get it up on the screen. Be part of the show. Interact. I love it. Okay. So this is what else we got going on. What did I want to talk about today? How much time do I have left? I have 5 minutes till we hit the premiere. By the way, I'm going to change up the format of that video. I've done it 2 different ways. I've done my top 10 where it's just music, the way it is right now, just music. And then I've done it where I've narrated and given a description, and that video takes a lot longer to produce because you fumble your words and you end up recording the same thing over and over again. I want to find some medium in between where I can make the video a little bit longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds and not so much that that it's like 6 or 7 minutes. I got to find some sweet spot in there because ultimately, even though the live views are great, on the rewatch, it's normally people will only watch the edited content. If they see live, they feel like they missed it already. That this was streamed an hour ago. They feel like they missed the show. So anyway, DB, when will you do a community art segment? That sounds like that's a great idea. I don't know. Air Spider says now it's fixed. If you ever have a weekday morning off, I'd be down to come on. J Hood says it's better. I can't get the comments to load right. They're off. The comment I think I'm choosing is not the comment I'm choosing. It's very frustrating. So definitely gonna have to put in a help tick with Twidget. See, no. Okay. Audio engineers are on set. Yeah, right. Good stuff. Okay, so that's today's show. Anybody that's listening to us on Spotify, Anchor, and Google Podcasts, I have this thing uploaded within the next hour or so. I do chop off that first 3 minutes of dead air. And if you're ever watching on the replay, I also chop off that first 3 minutes of dead air. So let's wrap this thing up. I want to one more time shout out my coffee mug sponsor, Hialeah Comic Bro. Thank you for sending me this coffee mug. There's an address in the description below. And my today's t-shirt sponsor, Brian over at Simpleman's Comics, for sending me this fantastic Carnage t-shirt with his logo on the sleeve. Awesome stuff. And if you haven't, think about hitting up our t-shirts that we have for sale. We got a Comic Pop Family and a Comic Book Cousins t-shirt for sale. There's a link off a Linktree in the description below. And I might as well give them one more last call to action. If you haven't already and you did enjoy the show, consider hitting the thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that bell so you don't miss the next time we go live. Now, I've got a premiere happening here at the top of the hour, so head on over to the chat. When this video, if you wait to the very end of this video, the way that I have it set up is it puts up the my top 10 video for you to go into. It's kind of like piggybacked into this one. Have a top pick where you narrate and just show the other books with music only. That's what I'm trying to. I don't know how. I don't even know where that comment is. See, I'm trying to highlight C. Woodard's comment. Have a top picks where you narrate and just show the other books with music only. I'm thinking about it. Art Chemist, DB, when were you going to do a community art segment? I don't know. That's a good question, too. You know what, folks? My video's coming up here. Let's play the outro. I'll see you over there. Thank you. don't forget to check the description below for our new Linktree link. From there, you can get to our Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, all of our items listed on TeeSpring, 29 so far, and all the items listed on Shortboxed. That's right, I've got over 40 slabs listed on Shortbox. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. As always, don't forget, we had a good time. Peace.